Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of REVlogue. Today I'd like to talk about the 2022 Volkswagen Golf R that's coming. We're going to get two variants of the MK8 Golf, the GTI and the Golf R. The Golf GTI will come in at around $28,000 with 241 horsepower, and the Golf R is expected to start around $40,000, bumping up the horsepower to 315. The Golf R is slated to come in with a 2-liter 4-cylinder, making 315 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque at a very low 2,000 RPMs. That's an increase of 27 horsepower and 15 more pound-feet of torque. And thanks to a dude named Heinz Schaefer, the VP of Marketing and Strategy at Volkswagen, we actually retained a manual option. Apparently he really had to fight for it, but it helped that the consumers of the Golf GTI and the Golf R, 40% of them are buying a manual, so we keep that option. See, if you actually vote with your money, we get what we ask. The 0 to 60 time is supposed to be 4.7 seconds with the top speed limited to 155 miles an hour. And it goes around the Nürburgring 17 seconds faster than the previous generation. In the US, we get a 4-door model exclusively with 19-inch wheels standard. And the new 4Motion all-wheel drive adds torque vectoring. And apparently it's the real torque vectoring where you can send 100% of the power to the outside wheels. As for the chassis dynamics, it comes with variable ratio steering rack as well as the adaptive suspension. So Volkswagen is finally catching up to some of the competitors like the Mercedes Benz with the 4MATIC Plus that's giving you the option to slide the car around if you would like. And Chris Harris has mentioned this before, but Volkswagen always gets the damping quality or this damping curve on the spot. And the guy that tunes the GT3s that you see down here are actually in charge of the Volkswagen damping or chassis dynamics. So it makes a lot of sense to me. The car has 7 modes to choose from: Comfort, Sport, Race, Special, Individual, and Drift mode. I don't quite understand what special mode could be. Maybe they give you some curry verse while you're driving the car or something, but we'll have to wait and figure out what the special mode is all about. It's supposed to come into the US in late 2021 as a 22 model. Some of the main competitors that you should be looking at is the Mercedes A35 AMG, coming in at around $46,000 and 306 horsepower. And I made a video about this recently, so if you'd like to check it out, please click on the link above. But the new STI is supposed to come in at around $40,000 and rumored to have close to 400 horsepower. So it's going to be really interesting to see how these cars pan out. But the most interesting battle for me is the Volkswagen Audi's internal group fight, with the Audi S3 coming in around $43,000 and 288 horsepower. I always wanted the Golf R to be a little bit more aggressive than the Golf GTI. The GTI is so much fun that you almost really need to kind of push the boundaries of the Golf R. Usually I really like the kind of the more understated look of the GTIs and the Golf R, but I feel like the extra cost, I mean, jumping from $28,000 to $40,000 is a good chunk of change. And I wish they would do something a little bit more special with the Golf Rs. You know, whether it's slightly blistered, wider fenders, or maybe it adds to a little bit more driving experience and visceral track driving feel, or it's just a completely different powertrain like the V6 that they used to offer. I mean, I think they ditched that idea because a lot of tuners figured out that the 4-cylinder, if you tuned it, would make more power. But as an overall experience, I think the VR6 had a very unique characteristics as far as the sound and the power delivery. Nowadays, you just get fakery from the sound system, making it sound like the VR6 in a way. At least that's how it felt when I last drove a Golf R. I don't know, it's just so hard to justify the extra cost of the Golf R. What do you guys think about the Mark 8 Golf chassis? The price difference between the GTI and the Golf R, is it worth the extra cost? What are some other competitors that you could buy instead of the Golf R? If you like this content, please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and feel free to join our conversation in the comments down below.